When Pushmo was first released for the 3DS, it was when the handheld was still going through something of a drought when it came to new games. 3DS owners snapped up the game and really enjoyed its take on the puzzle genre, so it seems oddly appropriate that Pushmo World is coming out in a somewhat similar situation for the Wii U. And while I never played the original Pushmo, I did get the chance to play its sequel, Crashmo, which I found to be a fun if frustrating experience as I progressed through the later puzzles. So the question for me was whether the game could be just as good, if not better, by returning to its simpler style. Pushmo World once again centers on Mallo, who is taking a group of kids on a trip to the Pushmo Park. Unfortunately, the kids once again find themselves stuck on the Pushmo, so it's up to Mallo to solve the puzzles and rescue the kids. The game maintains its sense of simple charm throughout, and the kids are simply a means to an end as far as the story is concerned. But like most puzzle games, it doesn't really matter. It's all about the gameplay, and to that end, Pushmo World is just as good as it's ever been. Mallo can push and pull the blocks that make up the Pushmo in order to jump his way to the top. The blocks can be pulled up to 3 times out as long as Mallo actually has the space to pull them. To get around this, he can also slide the blocks in and out from the side. And really, that's it. There are other abilities at his disposal, like being able to change the camera angle or rewinding time if he makes a mistake, or even resetting the puzzle completely to start over. But as far as mechanics, that's all there is to it. So it's incredibly impressive that so many different puzzles can be made from this idea. More ideas come into play as you progress, but they simply add to the puzzle rather than change the mechanics completely. One is an arrow slider that will either fully pull out all of the blocks of the same color, or push them all in depending on the direction it's facing. Another is the ladders that must be cleared of the blocks in order to climb up. Like the other games, it starts out simply, but the challenge increases as the player progresses. On the whole, I found it to be a fair challenge, but some of the puzzles can be brutal if you don't have the right mindset for it. Pushmo World really rewards the players who are able to step back and look at every move in order to find the right one. However, even if you get stuck, there's the option of skipping the puzzle in order to try the next one. Players can come back to it at any time, and it helped keep the frustration at bay when I just couldn't figure out a puzzle. With over 100 puzzles in the Pushmo Park, there's a lot to keep players busy. But even after solving all of those, Pushmo World has several other options. Mystery Pushmo adds extra rules to the puzzle, such as every block of the same color moving at the same time. It helps give the sense that even though I've solved these kinds of puzzles, there's always more to try. And if someone is a puzzle master and completes every Pushmo in the game, that person can create their own. The Pushmo Creator is a pretty simple tool to use with multiple editing options to choose from. I've never been the creative type when it comes to design, but even I was able to make a puzzle based on the GameXplain logo. Once you prove that it has a solution, a QR code will be given that you can share on Miiverse. For true puzzle fans out there, this creates a near limitless stream of Pushmo to solve. Pushmo World really doesn't push the limits of the Wii U. Then again, it doesn't have to. It has a clean look that's very appealing. Everything is designed to highlight the puzzles and easily keep track of Mallo. Even the music is clean and inoffensive. The main song doesn't really leave an impression, but it did put me at ease as I played. And there's a sense of satisfaction whenever you hear the victory tune play. While I found Crashmo fun for a time, it ultimately proved too frustrating for me. Pushmo World never became that. I was able to work through each puzzle and eventually come to a solution. It feels like the simpler mechanics work better for Pushmo as a puzzler, and I ended up liking the game as a result. It's just a fun time that I believe puzzle fans will enjoy as well. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned to GameXplain for more on everything gaming.